Hello guys, this is Avcoor and I want to talk about Anubis as a character overview. I talk about him because 5 days ago we have some tips on the character and I think it's a good time to talk about him and why he's actually a good investment. For the next 2 to 3 months, I think he's going to be a valid usable unit. And depending on your team construction, maybe even longer. Why do I say that? Because there's a lot of great dark heroes coming out. Dark Bride's coming out 2 days from now, and she combos well with this guy. So if you're gonna build Dark Bride, this is a complementary character that you can use. And a really great healer is coming out for Dark, so you can also use them as well. Things about to note about this character, he is a stun unit, an AoE stun unit, and they are always good. These guys are always good. These guys have longevity. In fact, I think this guy he's gonna outlast Dark Undead Lord. He'll outlast. Um, who else that we got? He'll actually do pretty good against Monkey King as long as you get rapid on him, which they say in recommended talismans rapid, fury, counterattack. These are all great. So we know that he's good at AOE damage. He'll add curse. Curse is actually gets better because there's actually dark units that feed off curse. So he'll be able to provide a layer of curse that other units can take advantage of. The current unit that can take advantage of that is Blade of Shadows. They say he can fend off Dragon Princess. I don't think that's true. Valkyrie, I don't think that's true. And Dragon Master, I do not think that is true. He needs a tank. And when you play this character, he needs a tank. He needs somebody to block for him. I don't agree with this. I don't. I played him enough, so I don't agree with that. Don't agree with that at all. So I don't agree with that. Your boy Adjudicator doesn't agree with that. No sir. When you look at his stats, you'll notice that his attack is extremely high at 149k, which is pretty good. 149k is pretty good. His defense is really good at 7,930. That's really good for a DPS. I'll show you that this is another DPS. One with me. And her defense is pretty solid. He's got a little more, and their attack is the same. This is his light counterpart. They're a little different as one can attack multiple units all the time, and one actually knocks off debuffs off of himself. And that's what this guy does. He takes debuffs off of himself. So we'll go into his kit and why he's so good. So let's start with his raid skill, Final Judgment. Typical name. It actually does damage equal to 131% of your attack to all enemies, and there's a 26% chance of stun to the targets. This you at least get at least one because it's like a one out of four. So you at least get one most of the time, and if you're lucky, you get two. If it's overkill, you get three. So when you look at his runes, those are important because you actually want more CC than damage. Because the strength is, in his kit is CC, not so much damage. He's a good damage dealer, but his CC is far more important. Soul Libra, when attacking, he inflicts curse to the target with his basic attacks. Also, Anubis has a 100% chance to purify a negative effect on himself. This is important. The 100% is important depending on what stat you get hit with. I think this is a part of his kit that people kind of overlook, but it's important because status effects get more important the higher you go up into the meta because people will have their talismans that can inflict freeze and whatnot. I think it's pretty important for you as a player to recognize that this is really good and it's 100%, which is amazing. It gets a little better for him as well. Of course, he has the self buff, the 80/40 80 attack, 40 HP because he is a DPS. That's his job. He's just an AoE DPS. Just keep that in mind. Soul Curse increases damage by 10%. This is pretty important. This is actually really important as well. When using rage skills, this spells 2 random buffs from the target and applies the curse effect. That's extremely important because it's a -2 +1. -2 buffs +1. And buffs are more common in higher level gameplay. So this is where this guy performs. And you would like for your opponent to only have 2 to 3 buffs. You want him to go first. You usually want him to go first. You actually want Valkyrie to go first. Then you want Elementalist to go first, then him next. That's the, how can I say, optimum turn order. Then you're guaranteed at least some stun. And you get curse and some other status effects, which is really nice. It kind of wins you the fight. So his whole kit is him actually being able to consistently dump damage and not be CC'd. And you'll see that in his Awakening preview. Okay, so first of all, he gets the increased speed by 5. This is what the older units get. You'll see newer units get better stuff than this. But this is pretty good for what you're asking him to do because you want him to go first. You would like this guy to go first or second. You just don't want him to go ahead of Valkyrie if you have Valkyrie as a character in your party. You want Valkyrie to go first and him second. Final Judgment stun chance is increased to 31%. This is one of the most important aspects of his kit. I think it's second to the last ability because once you increase this to like 40, which you can do, this will guarantee at least one person gets stunned, and that's what you want. So his Awakenings are pretty good. And Psychic, well, I don't know where that came from. Enhanced effect increases rage damage by 20%. This is pretty good because you want him to use his rage skill all the time. That's why they want you to give him Fury. Let me see. Let me go to my character right here. Let's go to hero.
Time is ticking. Which low life is trying to mess with me?
I'm gonna reforge. Go to select. So you like Fury. Fury's pretty good. Miss Morale. Moral's pretty good. Alright, let me see what else. Tenacity. And Tenacity's good. Not Will. Not Providence. Not that. Not that. Not that. Yeah, CC Immune is pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Let's keep going down. Rapid is pretty important. You actually want Rapid. Siphon, kind of whatever. Counterattack is pretty good. Combos, kind of whatever. That's whatever. That's whatever. That's whatever. Berserk. Let me go to Berserk. Yeah, Berserk is really good because he actually kills enemies. Taunt is actually pretty good too. Taunt can sometimes be clutch. Mist reduce here, armor shredder. So mist restrict is actually super important. I wonder why they didn't put that on the thing on Heroes of the Crown. They should fix that. Watch my video because you guys need to fix that. Because this is super important. This takes it to 46, 41. You're darn near almost at 50. That's the most important one, I think. Rapid, Miss Rapid, and Restrict are really important for Anubis. I don't understand why they didn't put that on there. We'll go there later. Why did they put that on there? That disappoints me. Because when you look at a character, when you fully build him, You always got to look at their awakening, and so that's 16. So that's 47. That's really good. And Soul Libra. So you actually want rapid and restrict on him, so you can get the CC off, and you go first. That's that's my opinion. That is my opinion because I play the game enough to know that you need to go first. Speed is so important. That's why this low level. You need to go first. You need to go first. I don't know what they were thinking. So anyway, let me talk about the characters that you want to partner this guy with, and we'll end the video because I got some betting to do. First things first, both Morian and Blazing Dragoon are actually his best partners at this point. Why do I say that? First of all, they are chaos characters, so they count as dark. So you get your juicy bonus if you actually pick the right characters. The elemental order will benefit you. You'll get the 30/20, and that's what you're looking for. And second, these guys are AoE type characters. The only character that you want outside of AoE is a tank and a healer and possibly an assassin. This is what you want for this guy. Blade of Shadows is one of his best allies at this point because she can take advantage of the curse that he deals in order to deal a lot of damage, as well as Sinister Dragoon. People don't play Sinister Dragoon that much, but she really benefits from Anubis. I'll also say that um, Seductress is a really good partner for him because he needs an AoE combination. Elementalist is one of his best partners as well, out of light, because you want at least 3 to 2 blasts of AoE on this guy, so you can clear people. That's why Morian and Blazing Dragoon are so good. And you want a tank. You kind of want Puppet Master. You kind of want Grill. You kind of want. You even kind of want Dragon Master Don. They make great tanks. Undead Lord is an honorable mention, but they're better. There's like 3 better tanks than him. I think Grill, Puppet Master, and Dragon Master Don are better tanks than Undead Lord because you're trying to protect Anubis. And Dragon Master can do that better than most because he can block anywhere on the board and he reduces damage and he complements the bulk that Anubis gets. As far as healers go, there's about 3 healers that are really good for Anubis. Underworld Strider is good, just a new beginning. But he needs someone like Lord of Time with him. He needs a Lord of Time combo with him, or you need Lord of Time and Super Twins. Super Twins is a special character for him because she does AoE and healing at the same time, which really benefits Anubis. So those are the characters, and another person that's good is her. She's like the 4th best tank. So there's 4 tanks that are ahead of Undead Lord. I forgot to mention her, and she benefits from the curse. So when you build this character, understand that he's made for dark teams. He's made for dark and light comps. He is not made for elemental comps. There is no reason outside of Dragon Master Don that you would want to use any other characters with him. And that's the price you pay for such a high level character that he demands high level support. But once you get him going, he's amazing. And I can't wait to take my Anubis to 12 stars. But anyways, if you like my content, like, share, subscribe. I'll get back to you later.